I've been coughing every day.
Ah, okay, you have a cold. Sorry to hear that. And last week you went to the military camp, is that right?
Yeah, likely.
Right. How was that?
Well, I say that was a pretty solid experience.
Okay. Was it fun or not?
Well, it was fun and
Oh,
like entertaining.
okay, that's good. Viet Tien, Xin Chao.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Viet Tien?
I'm fine, thank you.
And you went to the military camp as well.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I did enjoy it.
Okay. Do you have to get up early when you are there?
When I was there, I think we got up at about 5:30, half past 5.
Okay, quite early.
Yes.
Right. And do you have to do lots of exercise, that sort of thing?
I think yes, because I and Hoàng Anh went for a march at this last place square, I think.
Right, right. How far was the march?
Uh, is not that far. It's
Mm.
just about 3 kilometers, I think.
Okay, okay. Oh, that's good. So not too far. That's good. Okay, well, I'm glad you both survived. I think Ming Ang went as well, didn't she? Vietnam?
Uh, I
Ming,
don't
Ming, Ming,
know.
Ming Ang is in your class, isn't she?
She went. Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she went. But I think she's already messaged me today to say she is sick and can't come. So maybe she's got the same thing you have, Huang Ang.
No,
Maybe.
she's pretty fine class, so I guess she's just like evading the class.
Right. Okay. Okay. All right. Chang Hu, Xin Chao. Okay, not there at the moment. Ding Lam, Xin Chao.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Ding Lam?
I'm fine. Thank
Good. And Fu Quang, Chao Gon.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good.
I'm good
Okay, can
too.
everyone turn their cameras on, please? So I can see you just at the start of the lesson to say hello. Okay, Ding Lam, I can see you fine. Huang Ang, I can see you very well. Viet Tien. Okay, very scary background, Viet Tien. Looks like some dinosaur. Is that right? Dinosaur, oh, I see that one, like the crocodile with big teeth. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Chung Hu, can you hear me? No, not yet. So Fu Quang is here. Le Duc Ang, Xin Chao.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Le Duc Ang?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Good to see you. Have you had a good week, Le Duc Ang?
Mid, I think,
Sorry, Le
normal.
Duc Ang, I
No,
can't hear you very well. Have
it's
have you had
normal.
a good week? Just a normal week. Okay. All right, everyone, we will get started straight away because it's after 10 a.m. Welcome to class and welcome back to those of you who survived the military training last weekend. I hope it wasn't too difficult. Hope some parts of it were fun. All right, so what we're going to do today, we're going to begin with part one speaking. Then for the rest of today's lesson, we're going to look at analyzing. Writing task two essays. I'm not going to get you to write any essay today, but today we're going to look at essays that got a score of band 7, band 8, band 9. And we'll analyze those and we'll look at what they did to get a high score. Viet Tien,
Yes.
yeah, when are you doing the Ielts test? Remind me.
Uh,
When do you think?
I think it would be in the middle of 11th grade.
The middle of it, so that's next year?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, so you still have plenty of time. Okay. Chung Hu, Sen Chao.
Hello teacher.
How are you, Chung Hu?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay. Do you have any plan to do the IELTS test?
I think it's like focus on training what I'm bad at, which is writing for now,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will focus, and then I will practice slowly on what I'm good at.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
for now,
So,
I will start like practicing on writing since I'm very bad at it.
right. Okay. So maybe you will do the test next year sometime. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. And before we start, everyone, I'm looking forward to seeing you. I will be there with you in about 4 weeks. I will be coming back to Hanoi. So look forward to seeing you all again in person then and practicing English with you face to face, which I think is much better. Much better. I think you learn better and learn faster. Anyway, so that's in 4 weeks' time. So looking forward to seeing you then. Okay, speaking part 3, everyone. So for the last few weeks, we've been doing part 1, of course. Speaking part 3, as I'm sure most of you know, the answers are longer. The answers you have to give are longer. So what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to have a look at the band 9 student giving her answers to some part 3 questions. And we will look at why her answers are successful and why she gets a good score. Huang Ang, can you see the video?
Yeah, I can see it clearly.
Great. Okay, everyone, please have a look and have a listen to this. Thank you.
And we're going to talk about time management, arriving late, managing time, things like that. Do you think it's acceptable to arrive late when meeting a friend?
Thought about this question a lot because I feel like I've been victim to this situation a lot of the times. I think it depends on how much it happens with the same person. But I think there's obviously some unforeseen circumstances that can arise. I would say that if you can avoid it, because time is really limited and you want to kind of extend respect to your friend, show them, I care about your time. So it's always best to, I personally think, try and arrive on time.
Okay. So we'll go back again and just look at her answer in a little bit more detail. Tian,
Yes.
did she use any words or phrases that you don't understand?
No.
Okay, good. So, the question is, do you think it's acceptable to arrive late when meeting a friend? Before we go any further, I want you all to message me in chat with a paraphrase of this question, please. Okay, I want you to paraphrase this question. Send me the message in chat now, please. Do you think it's acceptable to arrive late when meeting a friend? Okay, should only take you about 30 seconds to paraphrase this now. You've had practice at this. You know a lot of words and synonyms now. Please send me your paraphrase of this question. I'm not after anything complicated or anything formal. I just want you to paraphrase this question for me. Do you think it's acceptable to arrive late when meeting a friend? Please send me your paraphrase in chat now. You don't have to paraphrase every word, okay? Just the idea. Okay, who was first? Chung Hu. Chung Hu, not quite. It still has to be a question, okay? You have written a statement, but not a question. Okay, Vientiane. Good try, Vientiane. Some grammar mistakes. You have some grammar mistakes. Okay, I've got Chung Hu, I've got Vientiane. The rest of you should be finishing now, please. This shouldn't take you very long. Okay, Huang Ang, almost correct. Huang Ang, almost correct. Pull up late doesn't quite mean the same as arrive in English. Okay?
Right.
Doesn't quite mean pull up late. Okay? Pull up late. I'll give everyone a paraphrase at the end of this, show you how easy this is. Okay, pretty good, Fu Kuang. Pretty good. But there's an even easier way of doing this. But your answer is grammatically correct, Fu Kuang. So that's good. Your answer is grammatically correct. Okay, Ding Lam, good try. Good try. But you've turned it into 2 sentences. You don't have to make it into 2 sentences, Ding Lam. Better just to keep it at 1 sentence, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good. This is good practice for all of you, this paraphrasing. This is why I'm doing it. Okay. So 2 of you have used the word allowable. Ledok Ang. Ledok Ang.
Yes.
You've used the word allowable, okay, which is a very formal word, too formal for this. Too formal. Can you give me a more simple way of saying allowable?
But
This word has
acceptable.
2 letters.
2 letters.
Yes, very simple. Can you think of what it is? I will send it to you.
A question or a synonym of the acceptable.
A synonym of allowable or acceptable. Okay, I'll send it to you I don't want to spend too much time just on this part. Okay, everyone, I've sent you one way of paraphrasing this. So, Ledok Ang,
Okay.
what is the word I've used instead of acceptable or allowable?
It is okay to
Yes,
be.
okay, okay, very simple. All right, does that make sense? Okay, is it acceptable just means, is it okay? So what I was saying before, when you are paraphrasing, especially with conversation, doesn't have to be complicated, can be very simple, can be very simple. So, is it okay to be late? You can see to be late instead of arrive late. I've just put be late when you're meeting, and I've used the word buddy instead of friend. Okay, Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Okay, so Ding Lam, just very quickly looking at your answer, it would be better to say, is it fine to be late when meeting a friend? Okay?
Okay.
Is it fine or is it okay to be late? Not put up. Not put up, Huang Ang, not pull up. Okay? And
Okay.
English doesn't quite make sense. Just better to use the word be. Okay? Is it okay to be late? Not pull up late or put up late. Just use the word be. Okay? Very simple. Does that make sense, Huang Ang?
Right, right. I understand.
Okay, again, I'm just trying to teach you the simple ways to say these things because this is what native speakers do all the time, and this is what this is what will get you a good mark in the exam. Okay, because you are communicating very simply but very naturally. That's what I'm trying to show you. Okay, so one way of paraphrasing this, is it okay to be late when you're meeting a friend or meeting a buddy? Okay, that's a very simple way of paraphrasing it. Let's look very quickly at what her answer is, then I will get you, of course, to answer the question.
Thought about this question a lot because I feel like I've been victim to this situation a lot of the times. I think it depends on how much it happens with the same person. But I think there's obviously some unforeseen circumstances.
Okay, this phrase here, this collocation, unforeseen circumstances. Unforeseen circumstances. Fu Kuang,
Yes.
give me an example of some unforeseen circumstances. What does she mean? Can you give me an example? So she says, when there's some unforeseen circumstances, what is she talking about?
Some situation that you don't know.
A situation, yeah, go on. A situation.
That
Unforeseen circumstances. This is quite a formal way of talking about something. What is she talking about? Le Dokang.
Yes.
Unforeseen circumstances. What is she talking about?
Like some problems that is not
Yes,
like,
yes,
or
you're right.
not
You are right.
we were not looked
Some problem
over
that is
not been looked over, right?
okay. Very close, Le Dokang. You're on the right track. Okay, she's talking about some problem that can't have been predicted, okay, or can't have been anticipated. Does that make sense, Le Dokang?
Yeah,
Those,
I don't know how
those
to
are the
explain
words.
it.
I know, hard to explain, but this is why we are practicing, okay? I'm trying to give you the vocabulary to explain this. So unforeseen circumstances, everyone, just means some problem has come up that you didn't know was going to happen. Okay? Such as maybe the traffic is busy, maybe the weather is really bad. Okay, and it has made you late. Unforeseen circumstances just means some problem you didn't realize was going to happen. Some problem you didn't realize was going to happen. Fu Kuang, does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, and so this is why someone is late. Unforeseen circumstances just means a problem that you didn't know was going to happen. Like I say, there was a traffic accident and the traffic was very busy and it made you late. Or there was a lot of rain and there was flooding and that made you late. Okay, unforeseen circumstances. This, by the way, is why she gets band 9. Okay, because this is actually quite a common phrase, but the words are quite formal. So she is using occasionally some formal words. So unforeseen circumstances is a collocation, so which means those words go together. Unforeseen circumstances. Unforeseen circumstances. What does unforeseen circumstances mean, Viet Tien? What did I just say it means?
The situation you cannot predict, I think.
Very good. Perfect. Perfect, Viet Tien. Perfect. A situation you cannot predict. Ding Lam. Ding Lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
Unforeseen circumstances. What does that mean, Ding Lam?
It means the situation you can't predict. Please.
Good. Very good. Excellent. Okay, good. You're paying attention. So this is the sort of collocation that will help you get a high score. Okay, because all she is talking about is some situation you can't predict or some problem that you didn't know was going to happen, but she's using quite formal words to describe it. That's all it means, unforeseen circumstances. So again, this is worth making a note of and learning as part of expanding your vocabulary. Okay, unforeseen circumstances. It's a great collocation to help you get a higher score.
That can arise.
Okay, so again, she's not making any mistakes, is the other reason why she's getting a high score.
On how much it happens with the same person. But I think there's obviously some unforeseen circumstances that can arise.
Okay, that can arise. That can arise. Huang Ang?
Yeah.
Unforeseen circumstances that can arise.
Yes.
Okay, arise. What does arise mean in this case? Unforeseen circumstances that can arise.
Well, simply I could say this means happen.
Yes, it does. Exactly what it means. Very good, Huang Ang. Arise just means happen. She could have said happen, okay? But again, she is showing how wide her vocabulary is using a different word. Arise just means happen. Arise is a slightly more formal word. But arise means the same as happen.
I would say that if you can't avoid it, because time is really limited and you want to kind of extend respect to your friend.
Okay, extend respect to your friend. What's a word I can use instead of extend? Chung Hu.
Yeah.
A word I can use instead of saying you want to extend respect to your friend. I'm thinking of a four-letter word, Chung Hu, begins with S. S. Yeah, four-letter word, begins with S.
So?
Yes, very good. Show. Okay. Extend respect to your friend. Just means show respect to your friend or give respect to your friend. Again, as I was saying, she gets a high score because she knows lots of different synonyms. Okay, so instead of showing respect, she says extend respect. Means the same thing. Extend, show, or give.
Show them, I care about your time. So it's always best to, I personally think, try and arrive on time.
Okay. She's correct, of course. Always best to try and arrive on time. And again, you will notice that as she talks, she doesn't leave many gaps. Okay. She is smiling, very natural. Sounds just like she's having a conversation with a friend. Okay. Your turn, everyone. Ladok Ang.
Yes.
Going to start with you. Do you think it's acceptable to arrive late when meeting a friend, Ladok Ang?
It really depends because when you have unexpectedly problem that happens with your family or with your life.
You mean an unforeseen circumstance? Is that right?
Yes, but I'm using a synonym.
Good, very good. But yeah, keep going. Good, keep going.
And also but if you got any problem that happen, you should tell them that, yeah, I just have some problems today. Maybe we can meet at another time. Yeah. And well, it is acceptable for like if you came late, like just a few minutes, late, it won't hurt anybody.
Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Okay, and using synonyms, that's great as well. Okay, everyone, I have just sent you in chat the structure, the general structure for answering any part 3 questions. Remember, part 3 answers are longer than part 1. All right. Part 3 answers should be maybe 4, 5 sentences. I've talked about part 1 answers being 2 or 3 sentences. Part 3 answers should be at least 4 or 5. Okay. And the structure you use: answer, explain, example. So you answer the question. Okay. Is it okay to arrive late when meeting a friend? Leduk Ang said, well, it depends. Okay. And then he explained. All right. And then maybe, Leduk Ang, you could also have given an example if you wanted. Does that make sense, Leduk Ang?
Yes.
You could have said, yeah, it depends. Yeah, sometimes because of the situation, there's a problem with the situation, it can be okay to be late. For example, maybe there has been a traffic accident and the traffic is really bad and it took you a long time to ride your motorcycle to meet your friend. Does that make sense, Ladokang?
Yes.
Okay, so the structure you can use for these answers is answer, explain, example. So please keep that in mind. AEE, answer, explain, example, for answering part 3 questions, because part 3 answers are longer than part 1. They need to be. Fuquan.
Yes.
Is it okay to be late when you are meeting a buddy?
Yes, because there is unforeseen costing that we can predict, and also if we come late to meet our friend, we need to show our respect to them.
Okay, so remember what I said about answer, explain, and an example, Fuquang, okay? So you need to try to make your answer a bit longer. Your answer was okay, but a bit short. So you can make it longer by thinking of an example. So, okay, so think of an example when you might be late to meet your friend and you have a good reason. Does that make sense, Fuquang?
Yes.
Okay, and can you please say for me, Fuquang, unforeseen circumstances?
Unforeseen circumstance.
Okay, it has an S on the end, circumstances. Can you say circumstances, Fuquang?
Circumstance.
Circumstances.
Circumstances.
Good, better. Unforeseen circumstances. Good. Problem you didn't realize, or situation you didn't expect. Ding Lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you think it's acceptable to arrive late when you are meeting a friend?
I maybe I think it depends on why uh he or she arrived late. If it's the reason if the reason is reasonable, like traffic jam or unlucky accident, uh, I think everyone will acceptable. But if it's non-reasonable, like wake up late or forgetting meeting, is so it's not funny and make mm, make some make me disappear. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good answer, Ding Lam. Okay.
Yeah.
80% of that was a good answer. Just at the end, you lost your way a little bit. Okay. But the first part of the answer was very good, Ding Lam. Okay. You answered the question, you explained, you gave an example. You talked about traffic jam, okay, or accident. Very good, Ding Lam. Viet Tien.
Yes.
Is it okay, do you think, to be late when you are meeting a buddy?
When we go for a meeting with a buddy, I think going late is not that big of a deal, because they are your friends, and I think they can understand why you're going late. For example, when I and my friend got a meeting at a cinema, my friends got like 30 minutes late, and I just smile and forgive him, because friends, I don't feel angry the other for going too late.
Okay, that is an excellent answer, Viet Tien. I hope you all heard Viet Tien's example. He talked about when a friend is 30 minutes late, okay, and going to meet Viet Tien at the cinema, at the movies. Viet Tien gave excellent example. Good answer, Viet Tien. And
Thank
the
you.
other thing Viet Tien did that was good, okay, I have sent you the idiomatic phrase that Viet Tien used in his answer. Can you read that for me again, please, Viet Tien? The phrase I've just sent you in chat.
I don't see anything.
Oh, you can't see it? Sorry. Okay. I didn't see it to everyone. Sorry, only sent it to Ding Lam.
Should there be any negative consequences for people who arrive?
Okay, Viet Tien, can you see it now?
Yes, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay, not that big of a deal. Okay, is an idiomatic phrase which means, Viet Tien, what does it mean?
The problem is not that great.
The problem is not that great. It doesn't really matter. Okay? If you say, it's not that big of a deal, means it doesn't really matter. It's not a big problem. Is that right, Viet Tien? Is that what you
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so this is a very good idiomatic phrase to use when you want to say, oh, it's not a big problem. Okay? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, that is an excellent phrase, Viet Tien. That will help you get a score of 8 or 9. Okay,
Thank
that
you.
answer. All right, using that sort of phrase. So, not that big of a deal just means not a bad problem. Okay, doesn't matter. Not that big of a deal. If you can use a phrase like this occasionally, shows you have a very good understanding of idiomatic English. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Do you think it's acceptable to arrive late when meeting a friend?
I don't think it's acceptable to arrive late when meeting a friend. Oh, wait. I have to say my reason. Yeah.
Yeah, remember you have to
Oh, okay.
answer, explain, and maybe give an example if you can think of one.
Oh, okay. Let me do it again.
Okay.
So for me, uh, so for me, I don't think it's acceptable to being late in meeting your friend because first it will really waste their time and maybe could even ruin our friendship. Like I used to know a friend of mine who was like the one making plan and go for the trip until we arrived late 3 hours late. a waste of time, to be honest. And I'm not really comfortable with it either. So yeah, that's the reason.
Okay, that's pretty good, Chung Hu. Very good. Okay, Huang Ang. Huang Ang.
Yes.
In your opinion, is it okay to be late when you are meeting a friend?
Of course, I don't agree with this statement. Mostly because I'm like the perfectionist, and I want everything to be perfect and that includes time. And I think this is because mostly when people are committing a mistake, the others are going to like be angry or like shout out the mistaken guy, and this happens mostly on the teamwork. That's that's probably one of the reasons, and the other reasons should be the what uh the it can make the habits worse. Basically, when you tend to go late one time, it can make you go more than one time, like a lot of times, and this is just it is just build up and build up until sometimes you can change it. So it's one of the reason.
Okay, so Huang Ang, that was very detailed explanation. Let me make it a little bit simpler for you. What you are trying to say is, if people start to get used to arriving late, it can become a what? Huang Ang, what is the word? It can become a word begins with H. H-A?
The habit.
Habit, correct. That is the word to use, okay? All right. You took about 2 or 3 sentences to explain that when you didn't need to, Wang An. All right. Much
All right.
easier, much more natural just to say, and if people start, to get used to arriving late and no one says it's a problem, well, it can become a habit. Okay? Is how a native speaker would talk. So you have all the right ideas, Huang Ang. Okay, you were just taking a little bit maybe too long to explain them. All right, when there is some simple words you could say, like become a habit, which would save you speaking 2 or 3 sentences. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, Huang Ang. So I'm trying to get you to speak more like a native speaker. Okay, Huang Ang? Just to use the words that native speakers would say. So your ideas were good, Huang Ang, no problem. Okay, your ideas are great. Okay, just want to get you to shorten it just a little bit. Nguyen.
Yeah, teacher.
Welcome to class, Nguyen. Now, do you think it's okay, Nguyen, to arrive late when you're supposed to be meeting a friend?
I think it's not because it makes people lost this time to waiting for me.
Go on, Nguyen. Okay. Remember, part 3 answers have to be 4 or 5 sentences.
Yeah.
Okay, so like think of an example, Nguyen. Can you think of an example? So before, the example that Viet Tien gave was when he is waiting for a friend at the movie, okay, at the cinema, and maybe the friend is 30 minutes late. Okay, so that is one thing you can use as an example.
Yeah.
All right, so everyone, I've sent you in chat, okay, that collocation I was talking about before, unforeseen circumstances. Unforeseen circumstances. This is worth learning. Remember, it just means a problem or a situation that you didn't foresee or anticipate or didn't know was going to happen. Unforeseen circumstances. And again, I'll send this to all of you, Nguyen especially. This is the structure for answering part 3 questions. Okay? Answer, explain, example. Okay, so you answer the question, is it okay to be late when you're meeting a friend? Yes or no? Explain why it is okay or it's not okay, and give an example. Okay, this will help you give an answer that is 4 or 5 sentences long. Okay. Next question. Ding Lam. Ding Lam.
I'm here.
Can you please read the question you can see on the screen?
Okay. Should there be any negative consequences for people who arrive late for work?
Okay, so negative consequences. Can you say consequences, please, Ding Lam? Consequences.
Consequences.
Good. Negative consequences. So
Yeah.
again, everyone, before we start on this, can you please send me a paraphrase of this in chat? All right, what does this question actually mean? Please send me your paraphrase in chat now. Should there be any negative consequences for people who arrive late for work? And again, just like I turned, do you think it's acceptable to arrive late when meeting a friend? Is it okay to not be on time when meeting a buddy? Okay, that was one paraphrase of that, using just simple words. So can you give me a simple paraphrase of what is quite a formal question here? And of course, the reason we're doing this is to give you, one, practice at paraphrasing, and also to help you improve your vocabulary. That's the reason why we are doing this. Okay, so Chung Hu, I want you to paraphrase the question, not answer it. Okay, you are answering the questions, but I want you to paraphrase it. Okay, Fu Kwang, not bad, Fu Kwang, not bad. You have the right idea, Fu Kwang, and again, your grammar is pretty good. Okay, Ding Lam, not bad, Ding Lam. Some of your grammar is not quite correct, Ding Lam. Okay, so there are some grammar mistakes there.
It's bad, not bad. Sorry.
No, bad is okay. Okay, Chung Hu, that's better. Oh, Laduk Ang, Laduk Ang.
Yes.
What? Just one word is incorrect, Laduk Ang. Okay, one word. Instead of does it, okay, it should be does there. Does there need to be, not does it need to be. Okay, does there need to be.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does there, T-H-E-R-E.
Yes, I know that word.
Good. I'm sure you do. Good, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so not, but otherwise that is correct. Just one wrong word. Okay, Huang Ang, good. It's getting better. Vietian,
Yes.
going late on time doesn't quite make sense, okay? Instead of going late on time, you just say being late. All right? Don't
Alright.
need on time. Don't need on time at all. So your sentence would be, is it okay to have any punishment for people being late for work? Make sense, Vietian?
Yes.
So going late on time, you should just say being late. Being late. Being late. Okay, good. Most of your paraphrases were better. Okay. So instead of negative consequences, of course, penalty or punishment are two synonyms. Penalty or punishment. Negative consequences just means penalty or punishment or bad thing, you could say. Should there be any penalty for individuals instead of people who come to work late? Okay, so you could swap the words work and late around. Remember, another way of paraphrasing is to change the order of the words in a sentence. So again, I'll just send everyone this very quickly. Again, don't want to spend too much time on this. All right, Ding Lam,
I'm here.
can you please read what I have sent you in chat?
Chat. Okay. Should there be a penalty for individual who come to work late?
Okay, does that make sense, Ding Lam?
Yes.
Okay, this is one way you could paraphrase it very simply. Penalty means the same as punishment. Penalty, punishment. Those of you who play football, you know, when your side gets awarded a penalty, that is to punish the other team for something they've done wrong. Okay, so penalty, punishment mean the same thing. Negative consequences means the same as punishment. And you can see, instead of arrive late at work, I've said come to work late. I've swapped the words around. Okay. If there are no questions about that, let's hear what she has to answer.
Arrive late for work.
Again, it kind of, what I said before bleeds into this answer a little bit, because I think it's depending on how recurring is your situation. If there's a certain circumstance that happens every morning, maybe, you know, you're a parent that has to take care of your child, then I think the company should allow for this situation to happen and not give such extreme consequences. I think they should be more accepting and understanding. But I think if it's just because, you know, you've been waking up late, for companies, even though I would be like, it's okay. I think, you know, time is money, especially nowadays in like this corporate capitalistic world. So unfortunately, it makes sense for companies to reprimand. But I would say Not too much.
Now let's
Okay, so a couple of words there we'll just look at that you might not have come across before.
any negative consequences for people who arrive late for work.
Again, it kind of, what I said before bleeds into this answer a little bit, because I think it's depending on how recurring is your situation.
Okay, recurring means how often does something happen? She says, how recurring is the situation? How often? Okay, is what recurring means. How many times does this happen? Meaning, is this person coming too late all the time? Or does it hardly ever happen? So recurring just means how often.
If there's a certain circumstance that happens every morning, maybe, you're a parent that has to take care of your child, then I think the company should allow for this situation to happen and not give such extreme consequences.
Okay, extreme consequences. Extreme consequences just means bad punishment. Consequences, okay, consequences can be good or bad. Consequences just means something that happens because of something else. Okay, so a consequence of you not doing your homework could be that you fail the test the next day. Okay, so a consequence just means something that happens because of something else. Consequence could be good or bad. So in the context of this answer, extreme consequences means bad punishment. Okay, because we're talking about should people who come too late to work all the time be punished. So consequences, remember, just means something that happens because of something else. Like I said, if you don't do your homework, maybe you will fail the test. That is the consequence of you not doing your homework.
Consequences, I think they should be more accepting and understanding. But I think if it's just because, you've been waking up late, for companies, even though I would be like, it's okay. I think, time is money, especially nowadays in like this corporate capitalistic world. So unfortunately, it makes sense for companies to.
So reprimand means to tell someone off or to scold them. To reprimand. Again, it's a formal word. Okay? Again, associated with punishment. But generally, reprimand means the same as scold. Huang Ang, does that make sense to you, Huang Ang?
It does.
If your teacher reprimands you, means the teacher scolds you
Yeah.
or tells you off. Okay?
Yeah.
Reprimand. So, but just a formal word. Just means to scold someone. And I'll just go back to one more. This phrase here, time is money, okay, is a collocation. Okay, time is money. Again, this is why she gets band 9, because she knows things like this. So what she's saying, I think, time is money. So if someone is late to work all the time, you are costing the company money. Time is money is quite a common saying in English. Time is money means if you are not working, you are costing someone money. All right. Quickly going to ask all of you now that question. I'll start. Huang Ang, I'll start with you this time, okay?
All right.
Okay, Huang Ang, should there be any punishment for individuals who come to work late?
I think we could add some punishments to the individuals who appear late. This is because it is ruining the mental of everyone, and it's ruining also the work too. So I think we should add some light punishments, like my salary, a bit of salary minus, or overtime work, something like that.
Okay, good answer, Huang Ang. Salary reduction is a better word, okay? Instead of salary minus. Doesn't quite make sense in English, although I know what you mean. We could have some salary reduction, okay? Or salary penalty would be better than salary minus. Does that make sense, Huang Ang? Sorry, Huang Ang, I can't hear you.
I understand.
Yeah, okay. So instead of salary minus, which doesn't quite make sense in English, you say they should have some salary reduction or salary penalty. Good. Chung Hu,
Yeah.
should there be any negative consequence for people who arrive late for work?
I think there should be consequence for people who are looking for work. However, however, what the punishment is or not depend on the reason whether they come to work late. Like maybe some will have like a very bad traffic, or even worse, their family member get to the hospital for some reason. With some reason like that, we don't really have to punish them because yeah, they have their reason. Example like
Okay,
that.
that's good. No, that's fine. That's good. Better. That's better, Chung Hu. Viet Tien. Viet Tien. Oi.
Can you hear me?
I can now, Viet Tien. Can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Good. Do you think, Viet Tien, there should be any punishment for individuals who come to work late?
I do think a little punishment is important for the individual to but work late because it can form a type of habit of them going late, and it wouldn't be any discipline in them in going on time. So a little like fine or some overtime work should be enough for them to learn their lesson and won't do that again in the future.
Okay, very good, Viet Tien. Again, good answer, Viet Tien. Band 7 for that. Ding Lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ding Lam, in your opinion, do you think there should be some penalty for people who keep coming to work late?
I think it's yes, because it's like being late at the school. It's being late is wrong and against the rule, and each we should have many push punishment punishment for them, um like mm, extra works or overtime to work or reduction of the pay. Yeah, something like that.
Okay, good, Ding Lam. Okay, good. Getting better. Just, I'll get you to pronounce this word for me. Punishment, Ding Lam. Can you say punishment?
Punishment.
Good, better. Punishment. Much better. Fu Kwang,
Yes.
do you think there should be any negative consequence for people who arrive late for work?
I think it's just because when people arrive late, they should be penalty for them, like reduce their salary or maybe punishment them. But sometimes people have foreseen circumstance that is if it convince me, I think it would be a reason that they can penalty them
example like traffic stuck, and they can predict that. Yeah.
Okay, traffic stop is an unforeseen circumstance. Fu Guang. All right, that's pretty good, Fu Guang. Just one mistake you are making. You are saying should be penalty. The verb is penalized. Okay, so you say they should be penalized if they are late, not they should be penalty if they are late. Does that make sense, Fu Guang?
Yes.
So the verb is penalized. Okay, so someone who often comes to work late should be penalized is the correct word. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You said a couple of times should be penalty, which is not quite correct. Penalty is the noun. Okay, the verb is penalized. Ladokang.
Yes.
Negative consequences for people who come to work late. Do you think this should be a rule, Ladokang?
Yes, I think in my opinion, most working places have a penalty for people who show up late for work. Since if everyone just show up late to work, the productivity of the company or the place they are working at will reduce. Yeah, by I don't know,
It
many.
will, yeah, that's good. It will reduce because time is money.
Yes, time is
Does
money.
that make sense? Time is money, Ladok Ang. Good answer, Ladok Ang. Okay, that's good. Good, and good grammar too, Ladok Ang. Very good. No mistakes. Nguyen. Nguyen, oi. Okay, can't see him. Right. Nok Ang. Nok Ang, can you hear me?
No, teacher, can you repeat?
Okay, now very quiet, Nok Ang. Can you speak up a little bit, please?
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can, but just. Nok Ang, you are your microphone or your voice is very quiet.
Hello,
Okay.
hello.
Yeah, I can hear you just, but still a little bit quiet. All right. So welcome to the class, Nok Ang. You're a little bit late, so we're going to go on to the writing now, everyone, because we only have 30 minutes left. So I'm going to stop the share of this. We will continue with part 3 next week, everyone, with these part 3 questions. So just before we leave, just again, remind you of this. The structure to answer part 3 questions is this. I'll get you to tell me, Nok Ang, when I've sent it to you in chat. Can you see what I've sent you in chat, Nok Ang?
Yes.
All right, what does it say?
It's answer, explain, example.
Okay, good. This is how you structure your part 3 answer. You answer the question, you give your answer or your opinion, and remember, part 3 questions are usually about opinions. They ask you, what do you think of something? You then explain your answer, of course, for 2 or 3 sentences. Then if you can give an example. That is the structure for giving a good answer to these questions. A-E-E. A-E-E, answer, explain, example. Okay, are there any questions about any of that? Okay, for the last part of the lesson, we're going to look at some essays. Just going to share with you in a moment. Okay. First thing I want to do with you Oops, didn't want to share that. Not quite yet. This one. Okay. Fu Kwang.
Yes.
Okay, Fu Kwang. Can you see the page that says structure on it?
Yes, I can see.
Great, good. So everyone, this is just to remind you before we start this exercise how you structure your part 2 writing answer. Okay, so 4 paragraphs. You should all remember this. 4 paragraphs. The 4 paragraphs are introduction, main body paragraph 1, main body paragraph 2, and conclusion. Those are the names of the 4 paragraphs. Okay, and then looking at the structure of your introduction, sentence 1 is always a ding lam. What is it? The first sentence of your introduction is always a what?
Is a paraphrase the questions.
Correct, okay. Sentence 2 of your introduction is where you give your opinion if that is what they are asking for. Okay, of course, many essays, they won't ask for your opinion. But if they ask for your opinion, sentence 2 is where you say what you think, and then the rest of it, you give your 2 reasons. The 2 reasons are what you are going to write in detail about in main body paragraph 1 and main body paragraph 2. Okay, so the structure of the main body paragraphs, your first sentence, okay, is where you give your first reason. The next 2 sentences are where you explain your reason. The 4th sentence is where you give an example to support your reason. Same thing with main body paragraph 2. Again, you can see each of these paragraphs has usually just 4 sentences. Again, main body paragraph 2, you give your second reason, 2 sentences explaining your reason, and again, you give an example, and of course, the last paragraph, a conclusion is where you summarize your main ideas and repeat your opinion, if it's an opinion essay. So again, just to summarize, there are 4 paragraphs in your part 2 answer. Introduction, main body paragraph 1 and 2, conclusion. The main body paragraphs each have 4 sentences. Your introduction always begins with a paraphrase. You introduce your reasons in your introduction. Your conclusion, you just summarize your reasons. So you should all understand this by now. That was just to give you some quick revision. Okay. What we're going to look at now are some real essays. The essays we're going to be looking at over the next 2 or 3 weeks are, as I say, they are real essays by real students, just like you. These essays have all got 7, 8, or 9. They've all got a score of 7, 8, or 9. So they're pretty good. They're all pretty good, although there are mistakes in some of them, as we will see. So here is the first essay. Nok Ang.
Yes.
Can you read the topic for this essay, please?
There is an increasing trend around the world of married couples deciding not to have children because the advantages and disadvantages for couples who decide to do this.
Okay, so Nok Ang, what kind or what sort of essay is this?
Is advantages or disadvantages?
Is correct. Okay, you can clearly see this is an advantage and disadvantage essay, not a discussion essay. Okay, it's an advantage, disadvantage essay. Okay, which means, of course, you're going to have one paragraph talking about the advantages, one paragraph talking about the disadvantages. Notice it is not asking for your opinion. Okay, it just wants you to discuss the advantages and disadvantages. All right. As we have seen in our structure, the first thing you have to do, in fact, I'll go back a little bit. You can see there are 4 paragraphs in this essay, okay? Just like the structure I showed you before, all right? This is the introduction paragraph, okay? This is body paragraph 1, this is body paragraph 2, and this is Chung Hu. Chung Hu, oi. Okay, everyone, need you to pay attention. Be attention.
Yes.
Okay, what is the name of this paragraph that I've highlighted?
The name of the paragraph. The name
Yes, the name of the paragraph.
is some.
No. So paragraph 1 is the introduction. What is the name of paragraph 4?
Conclusion.
Correct, conclusion. Okay, easy to see, everyone. The student has actually written it in conclusion. Okay, paragraph 4 is always the conclusion. So again, everyone, remember the structure. Okay, introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, okay, conclusion. The structure is always like this. No matter what sort of essay it is or what the topic is, this is always the structure. And as we know with our structure, the first sentence of an introduction is always a paraphrase. Okay? And just again, very quickly, instead of Ding Lam.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Instead of saying deciding not to have children, okay, what has the student done for a paraphrase? Instead of deciding not to have children, what has this student written for their paraphrase?
Is choosing to remain childless.
Okay, childless.
Childless.
Very good, Ding Lam. Okay, so instead of deciding not to have children, choosing to remain childless means exactly the same. Okay, that's how the student has paraphrased this. Then they have given their their advantages and disadvantages. Okay, advantages and disadvantages. So you can see in this sentence, they've given the advantages of not having children. What words, Fu Kuang?
Yes.
Instead of advantages, what word has the student used in the sentence? Instead of advantages.
Benefit.
Correct. Okay. Again, you can see why this student has got a mark of at least 7. Okay, because they are showing their range of vocabulary by using synonyms. So the student could have said the main advantages of not having a child, but they've shown they know how to use the word benefits. This word here, the main benefits. Okay. Leduk Ang.
Yes.
According to this student, what are the main benefits of not having a child? According to this student.
So couple can focus on their career and have more time for themselves.
Good. Okay. And what are the main
Mean what? Mean what?
I'm going to ask one of the other students that. Before I let you go, though, Ladok Ang, Phu Quang, what have they said instead of disadvantage in this sentence? What word have they used?
Me?
Yep. Yeah. Instead of disadvantage, what have they said?
Drawbacks.
Correct. Okay, everyone? Drawback means the same as disadvantage, just like benefit means the same as advantage. So again, these are synonyms that you need to know. Drawbacks. Okay. Ladok Ang.
Didn't you just
Oh,
call
you
me?
did. Sorry, Ladok Ang. I did too. Nok Ang.
Yes.
Okay, Nok Ang. And what are the main drawbacks according to this student?
They could not fit into their peers group and have no one to look after them when they get old.
Good. So you can see this student has put two advantages or two benefits in this sentence, two drawbacks or disadvantages in this sentence. And that is a good introduction. Okay, paraphrase, and they've put their main advantage, disadvantage. Okay, body paragraph number 1, all right, is where obviously they are going to talk about the advantages. So this, all right, is their topic sentence. Again, means the same as this. Huang Ang,
Yes.
instead of saying focus on their careers, as he did in the introduction, what has he said in this sentence? Or what has she said? Focus on their...
As I see, they say they can focus on their work.
Correct. Okay, so work again and career. So this student knows a lot of synonyms. That's why they have got a good mark. I keep saying he. Sorry, could also be a she. I don't know. Okay, but they've used work instead of careers. All right. So they've given their topic sentence and then they've explained it. Okay. Chung Hu.
Yeah.
Okay, Chung Hu. So, can you please, looking at their explanation, Chung Hu?
Yeah.
Okay, what is their first reason?
It's because they have less responsibility and distraction in their life compared to the couple that have a child. Another
Good.
advantage of this is that they have more spare time. Looking after the child is a full-time job for parents and taking most of their time, while child-free couple have lots of free time after work.
Good. Okay, that's all I need to know. So that's good, Chung Hu. So you can see here they have explained, all right, what they mean by focusing on their careers and having more time for themselves. Spare time, they've talked about, more time for themselves. Free time means the same thing, but again, they're just using synonyms. And then, of course, they have finished their paragraph with an example. Same for this, except now, of course, they're looking at disadvantages. So this is body paragraph number 2, the third paragraph of the essay. They're looking at the disadvantages. What I want you to identify for me now that you're becoming familiar with the structure, okay, linking words. Linking words are words such as also, additionally, furthermore, moreover, besides, however, on the other hand. Most of you know most of these words, okay? These linking words. Right? The linking words are used, as you can see here in the definition, when you want to connect ideas. When you want to connect ideas, you use linking words. So, for example, if you want to add another idea, you use words like also, additionally, furthermore, moreover. Okay? If you want to add an idea which is different from the idea you've just talked about, maybe the opposite, you use the linking word, however, on the other hand, nevertheless. All right. Again, most of you know this already. I know. So, everyone, I want you to please look at this paragraph, first of all. Okay. Send me in chat any linking words you can see. Send me in chat looking at body paragraph number 1, any linking words you can see. This shouldn't take you too long because there's not many. Any linking words. Okay, thank you for your explanation, Chung Hu. Okay, Chung Hu, they are not linking words. Child-free and full-time job are not linking words. Remember, linking words is what you use when you want to introduce another idea. Okay, Ding Lan, that's pretty good. Laduk Ang.
Yes.
One primary advantage isn't a linking word, okay? Okay,
Oh.
it's not actually linking to anything else because that is the first sentence.
Okay.
All right. So the first sentence, a linking word is what you use for the sentences which follow the first sentence. Does that make sense? So the first sentence starts with one primary advantage. So that is not a linking word or linking phrase. The rest are correct, Ladoka.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, that's better, Chung Hu. You have the right idea now. Not quite, Huang Ang. I'll show you in a moment. Fu Kuang. Again, not bad, Fu Kuang. Okay, that's okay. Nok Ang. And anyone else left? Fung Ladok Ang. Okay, not bad. These are the main linking words, everyone. Oh, Viet Tien. Okay, too many Viet Tien. All right, so looking at main body paragraph number 1, one primary advantage is not a linking word because this sentence is the first sentence in the paragraph. So it's not linking to anything. The other sentences link to it. All right, so the beginning of the first sentence can't be a linking word because it's got nothing to link that comes before it. Okay, however, This is a linking phrase. This is because. All right. Another advantage. Okay. And for example, are the linking phrases in this essay. Remember, a linking word, you just use it to introduce extra ideas, whether they are ideas that follow on from your last sentence or ideas that are maybe the opposite of your last sentence, or you are giving an example. For example, is a linking word. Okay, everyone, doing the same thing, please, for body paragraph number 2. Just the linking words, please. Just the linking words. Most parents, I will tell you, is not a linking word. Okay? Most parents. Neither is one disadvantage a linking word. This one pretty easy. That's one, Chung Hu. There's one more. That is correct, Phung Dok Ang. Okay, 30 more seconds, everyone. I'll make it even easier for you. There are only 2 linking words in this paragraph. Only 2. That's correct, Le Dok Ang. That is correct, Nok Ang. And that is correct, Phu Quang. Okay, everyone, you can stop now because we're going to move on. The linking words are moreover, okay? Moreover, one of the words you want to use when you want to add additional information in your next sentence. Moreover. And of course, for instance. Moreover and for instance. So, linking words are useful to add new information. You don't want to have too many. Not every sentence should begin with a linking word. Otherwise, you are having some problem. But you do need to use some. And I just want to remind you again of what the linking words are. So if you are giving extra information, these are linking words you can use. You can see moreover there. The person also could have used furthermore or additionally or also. All those are synonyms. They all mean the same. Okay. If you are giving an idea that is maybe the opposite of the one you've just written about, these are the linking words you use. However, or but, on the other hand, nevertheless. Okay. These linking words are where you want to give some conclusion. Therefore, consequently, as a result, the student didn't study for the test. As a result, they failed. Okay? And then, as we've just seen, for example, for instance, to illustrate, always you can introduce examples. And remember, an example should always be the last sentence of your main body paragraphs, both of them. You should always have an example to end each of these paragraphs. Last thing we do before the lesson is this sentence here has a grammar mistake. Please send me what you think the mistake is in chat. It has one grammar mistake. The sentence, what is it? What is wrong with this sentence? This sentence is almost correct, but not quite. What is the mistake? See who can do this. Yes, Ledokang, your second answer is correct, Ledokang.
I deleted the first one.
I saw that, yeah. The second one is correct. Good. Okay, see if anyone else can do this. You've got the right idea, Nok Ang, but you haven't shown me what the mistake is, how they can correct it. Same with you, Phung Duk Ang. You were looking in the right place, but haven't quite identified the mistake correctly. Nok Ang, now you are correct. Good. Okay, Fu Kwang, not correct, okay? Not correct. Chang Hu, you are correct. Anyone else before we finish the lesson? Viet Tien, you are correct. Not sure what you mean, Ding Lam. Sorry. Sorry, Fu Kwang, still not correct. One more. Phung Duk Ang, you are now correct. Good. Okay. Viet Tien,
Yes.
can you please read me the correct sentence, please?
An increasing number of married couples around the world are choosing to remain childless.
Okay, good. So what is the missing word, Viet Tien?
The missing word is are.
Correct, okay. The missing word, everyone, is are in here. Or you could say have chosen. All right, is another way of correcting it. But the simple way to correct it, there is a missing word here. An increasing number of married couples around the world are choosing to remain childless. That is the grammar mistake in the first sentence. There are other mistakes in this essay. We will look for them next week, everyone, because it's past, and that is the end of the lesson for today. Okay. Does anyone have any questions for me before we finish? What does Ding Lam?
I'm here.
Negative consequences, Ding Lam. Can you give me another word for that? Can you give me a synonym?
Is
Negative consequences.
is consequence is punishment.
Good. Negative consequences is a punishment. Good, Ding Lam. Good. You remember. Excellent. Okay. So that is the end of the lesson. As I say, thank you for coming today. It's great to see you all again. Please remember, for those of you who are a little bit late, please try to be on time. All right. We will start the lesson at 10 o'clock exactly next week. Okay. So I don't want you to have any negative consequences, such as missing out on information if you come late. Okay, so please try to be on time. Like I say, unless there are any questions, thank you for coming. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. As I said to those who were here at the start of the lesson, I'm looking forward to being with you in 4 weeks. I will be in Hanoi, so looking forward to seeing you then. So in the meantime, have a great week, everyone. Look forward to seeing you all again next Sunday. Look after yourselves. Hope your cold gets better soon. Huang Ang. See you next week, everyone.
Thank you.
See you,
Nice to meet
Bye,
teacher.
teacher.
you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye,
Bye.
everyone. Bye-bye.